Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Here with some thoughts on the Lakers' acquisition of Steve Nash in the National Basketball Association. It is July the 6th. Now, I know everyone's going crazy. People are saying that this is the perfect fit for the Lakers. Make no mistake. The Lakers are not going to win the Western Conference next year unless key players on other teams like Kevin Durant get injured. This move does not put the Lakers over the top on the court. Now, Steve Nash is an excellent distributor. The Lakers need a point guard. There's no question about it. But understand that Steve Nash, by the end of the playoffs next year, is going to be 39 years old. 39. Right? What that means is that the Lakers are going to have to watch his minutes, which is going to be hard to do because the Lakers, quite frankly, don't have the bench to really spell him. Right? Very hard to take Steve Nash off the court, since Steve Nash is not just a distributor, he's a very high percentage shooter. Dare I say, he might be the best three-point shooter on the Lakers. Right? Now, I know many are saying that the Miami Heat didn't have much of a bench last year, and yet they were able to win an NBA title. But understand, the Miami Heat weren't remotely as old as these Lakers. Just think about some key players on the Lakers, some key contributors, right, for next year. Steve Nash, he's over 30. Kobe Bryant, he's over 30. Pau Gasol, he's over 30. Metta World Peace, he's over 30. Is anyone keeping track of this? Do you notice a trend? Right? These guys are over 30. Even the youngster, Andrew Bynum, who's under 30, has had health problems. Now, you're telling me that this older team with a limited bench is going to be able to keep up with the young, athletic Oklahoma City Thunder? The Thunder are one of the youngest teams in the league, right? The Thunder come at you. Who's going to stop Russell Westbrook when the Thunder play the Lakers? Let me go one step further. You know, I can't recall the year in which I thought Steve Nash deserved any votes for NBA All-Defense. Steve Nash, as good as he is offensively, has always been defensively limited, right? Why do you think even his dear friend Mark Cuban had to pull the plug on him in Dallas? He was a fan favorite in Dallas, right? He was, he's a great guy, but yet Mark Cuban did not re-sign him. Well, you're talking about defensive limitations, and let me just say, Kobe Bryant used to be a great defender several years ago. Kobe Bryant now really isn't an on-the-ball defender. So the Lakers now, as their perimeter defenders, have Steve Nash and Kobe Bryant at the guard spot. Can either guy stop Russell Westbrook? Can either guy stop the high-scoring guards who are athletic on the other team? Don't the Lakers, by picking up Steve Nash, have defensive cracks? Let's also talk about just the nature of the sport. And I don't mean to diss the Lakers. I'm just a gambler who wants to make money. If I'm looking at futures plays, the team has to make sense for me to bet on the future for them to win the Western Conference, right? And given that the Western Conference has other teams, right? Oklahoma City, who are just younger and more athletic. And the San Antonio Spurs, whose core has played together so long they have a natural chemistry. I just want to know how the Lakers trump either Now, I don't see them trumping Oklahoma City athletically. Let's talk about chemistry-wise. You and I know that the minute a real distributor, like a Steve Nash, puts on a Laker uniform and gets on the court, suddenly the most ignored parts of that team offensively, namely Andrew Bynum and Paul Gasol, are going to start getting many more touches a game. That guard into the post pass is going to become a staple of the Lakers. Andrew Bynum is a big-time scorer in the low post. As a big man, he has some of the best low post skills in the game, right? Paul Gasol used to be more of a scorer than he has been of late with the Lakers. The point is this. If you're a Laker fan, with all due respect to Ramon Sessions, you've got to expect big-time changes offensively, right? I believe gone are the days where four guys just look at Kobe Bryant as he tries to make it up on the fly, taking shots with high degrees of difficulty. What you're going to have now is more of a Showtime type of situation, where Steve Nash will be the point guard. He brings the ball down the court. He sees some guy who can't stick Paul Gasol over Paul Gasol's shoulder. He's going to throw it into Gasol. He's going to throw it into Bynum. I'm expecting Gasol and Bynum as a tandem to increase their points per game by at least 7 points per game collectively. What that means is that the Laker offense is going to undergo change. They're going to be struggling to find chemistry because what they're going to be bringing this year is going to be fundamentally different than what they brought last year. Mike Brown's a defensive coach. He's going to defer to Steve Nash, the offensive guru. Kobe Bryant, who had been the meal ticket, is probably going to have his touches drop precipitously. His scoring average is probably going to drop 5 points a game. So as the Lakers try to figure out who they are, you need to ask yourself, how are they possibly going to match the chemistry that Greg Popovich's San Antonio Spurs are going to bring to the table? Right? I mean, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, assuming he's healthy, and that's an issue because of this Drake-Chris Brown incident, but let's assume he's healthy, right? And Tim Duncan, they know what each other's going to do, right? They've been playing so long, they know exactly what to expect. They know exactly how to handle each other when the bullets start flying. Not only that, unlike the Laker coaching carousel, right? This will be Mike Brown's second year as Laker coach. Greg Popovich has been the San Antonio Spur coach forever. And so my point is simply this. When push comes to shove and you have one team, they're talented, but they've just been put together. And they're facing another team that's coming off a year in which they were the 1 seed in the West. And they've been playing together forever. Who are you going to bet on? Right now we see the problem in international basketball, right? Olympic basketball. The United States has a lot of big names, a lot of talent, but these guys get together the summer of the Olympics, right? So they're trying to figure out how to play with other talented players, whereas some other international teams have been together as a unit, and that chemistry can offset a talent differential. Well, who has the chemistry? The Lakers, who now have a new point guard who might be throwing the ball into the paint more, and, not a lot of bench, and guys over 30, guys set in their ways? Or the San Antonio Spurs? Or, dare I say, the Oklahoma City Thunder, where Westbrook and Durant have spent their entire careers together, right? And so my point is simply this. More power to the Lakers. I'm thrilled that they're making moves and they're still trying to get in it, right? But without the youth, without the bench, and without the chemistry, somebody here online is going to have to tell me how they expect to win the Western Conference. Isn't this more an off-the-court media story than it is a story for gamblers? Right? Because all I'm saying is, you give me a choice between talent that's already gelled, that's younger, that's faster, that, quite frankly, has gotten farther than the Lakers in the playoffs, against some team that's older, that has just been scotch taped together, and that lacks perimeter defense. I'm going to take the former over the latter. Right? I'm going to take Oklahoma City over the Lakers. And with regard to old teams, you give me one old team with a new guard who's trying to figure out how to play with the other guys, and you have a gunner who finished second in the NBA in scoring average, and you have the history of the new guy, the point guard, having won the MVP during a year in which the gunner on that team, right, on his current team, Kobe Bryant, actually averaged something like 34 points a game and thought he got robbed of the MVP title. And you have strong personalities, right, in a city with a press that covers the Lakers every breath, right? You give me that betting option versus an option where I can take a team that was just the one seed in the West, where the players know everybody, where everybody loves the coach, everybody has everybody's back, right? And they too have gotten farther than the Lakers in recent years in the playoffs, and I'm going to go with Plan B. So, good luck, Laker fans. But if you're a gambler, this Steve Nash move is news. But it shouldn't decide how you play Western Conference futures. Let me know what you think. I hope you visit us at gamblersadvisory.com, and I hope you leave your comments for all of us here online so everyone on the internet can see them. Thanks for watching.